If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
Introduction. The road runner is zipping along by a train. And the camera zooms in and then freezes to display his mock genus, species name in faux Latin. Velocitus tremendus. When the cartoon restarts, the roadrunner leaves the train and runs onto the main roads. With the coyote watching from above, he glances from side to side. And the camera freezes for Wile E. Coyote. Roadrunnerus digestus. Halfway through his head turning. True to this name, he ventures down the mountain and toward the road, waiting for the familiar beep-beep sound. When this reaches his ears, he jumps into a four-way intersection. But the road runner mows him down from behind. When the seething coyote stands up, facing the opposite direction, he is flattened from the other side, and then eventually from all four directions. The camera cuts to Wile E, who looks increasingly annoyed as this sequence repeats over and over until the camera cuts away. Single quote. 1. Lying in wait behind a rock with a hand grenade. The coyote mistakenly chews off the grenade and throws the stop at the road runner. And once Wile E realizes the gaffe, ka boom. Single quote. 2. Wile E now inspects the roads from a high overlook and peers out to see that the roadrunner has disappeared temporarily. That ends when the bird pops up behind Wile E and beeps, then dashes away, leaving behind a life-size cloud of dust in his likeness that also beeps at the coyote. He reclines on the rail, miffed at the turn of events. Single quote. 3. As the cartoon returns to the regular desert scenery, Wile E gingerly drops a bunch of mousetraps onto the road. But when the roadrunner zooms past, instead of getting trapped in them, the traps drop onto Wile E in his trench hideout. The coyote's reaction is delayed briefly before he leaps into the air, screaming in pain. Quote. 4. Resorting now to Acme products, these being a kite kit and bomb. Wile E leaps in the air several times in an attempt to go airborne, but soon runs off the edge of the cliff he is on. And he falls to the ground and his own bomb explodes on him. Single quote. 5. The roadrunner is zipping along some roads while Wile E is chopping down a telephone pole. He confirms the path of the roadrunner and finishes chopping, but is too late to realize he has still miscalculated. The pole traverses the road and is followed by all of the other poles connected by the same power lines. Thus, the pole directly to the left of the one Wile E chopped down pounds him into the ground. Single quote. 6. Living up to the Wile E part of his name, Coyote offers bird seed mixed with steel shot to the roadrunner, who stops his road burning and has a quick snack. Wile E jumps out behind the bird as he speeds away with a giant magnet. But lucky only he could be. A big TNT canister is attracted to the magnet and another explosion results, twisting the magnet into a pretzel and knocking Wile E back through a rock face. Single quote. 7. Delving deeper into wily trickery, Coyote learns hypnotism from a book to induce the roadrunner to jump off a cliff. He tests the method successfully on a small bug by projecting a static lightning from his hands. However, when he jumps out and tries to hit the roadrunner with it, the bird is prepared for this, holding a mirror that causes the lightning to be reflected back to Wile E, who obligingly walks off the cliff having succeeded in hypnotizing himself. 8. The road runner taunts his opponent from above, and Coyote attempts to use a seesaw and rock contraption. But the rock simply falls directly back on its owner. 9. Now, Wile E. sets a gun trap for the road runner, with himself ready to activate the guns at a moment's notice. He hides behind a turn as the road runner runs into the trap. However, because of the force he applied to the strings, the guns are pulled into the crosshairs of the Coyote when they are activated, and he ends up shooting himself. 10. Coyote now hides behind a rock as he waits for the road runner to speed across a treacherous suspension bridge. As the road runner crosses, Wile E. jumps out and cuts the ropes. But instead of causing the bridge to fall, the whole plateau that Wile E. inhabits falls down. The road runner breaks at the end of the bridge and continues his rampage. 11. Wile E. waits for the road runner to pass and then loads himself into a human cannonball cannon, which recoils and is thrown backwards, leaving Coyote blackened. 12. Coyote is now on top of a rectangular board bridging a deep canyon with a large wrecking ball at his command. He drops the ball into a circular path, which would have hit the road runner if the bird hadn't stopped and waited. The ball continues its circle and ends up right back where it started, on top of Coyote. 13. One last time, Coyote attempts to ensnare his nemesis. He mines a canyon with myriad explosives behind a doorway with many free bird seed declarations, and connects the main controller to the door. However, as soon as Coyote climbs over the wall, he encounters a gigantic truck. With no recourse, Wile E. opens the door, gets blown up and then gets run over by the truck. The cartoon ends with a charred and disoriented Wile E. sticking out his tongue and letting out a beep, beep in an imitation of the road runner, then falling unconscious.